Good morning, everyone. Again, I'm Chris, Waikoko Chip Tax. Today, we're presenting the best practice to uncover your to organize. I'm gonna share my screen, and for those participants, we encourage that you can type your messages or questions on the chat box below. So I'm gonna share my screen, and we're gonna dig deeper into this. Okay, there you go. Welcome, everyone. Are you guys ready for tax season? All right, there you go. The Tax Savings Tuesday uncover the best practices for organizing financial records. We're going to talk about the digital transformation for receipts and documents, strategies for expense categorization and tracking, navigating changes in tax laws and regulation. So if you want to connect with us, you can find us on LinkedIn, YouTube. We also have our page Wyco Tax. So you're welcome to connect on all our multimedia platform. This webinar agenda will only last for 30 minutes. We encourage the participants to type their question, download our pre-tax and bookkeeping check. Disclaimer that this material has been prepared for informational purposes only. It is not intended to provide and should not be relied for any tax, legal, or accounting advice. Example and other materials on this webinar are only for illustrative purpose and should not be relied upon for technical answers. Wyco Tax is a virtual outsourced tax and bookkeeping solution, and we are not associated with any institutions on this presentation, and it is a private business providing resources for small businesses. Follow us on YouTube. It's Chris Waikoko. So now let's start with uncover best practices for organizing your financial records. So the ideal clients that you should attend if you are for this presentation, if you are a small business owner, self-employed that work from home, receive 1099, have an S corporation, LLCs or partnerships with or without employees, if you're e-commerce, non-accountants, and high-income professionals making $80,000 per year, this presentation is for you because as of this point, the IRS is hiring. Since 2022, there's a tsunami of IRS audits. They're hiring 87,000 new agents to audit small business owners, and you have to avoid the trial and error approach that will cause IRS red flags, which paralyzes your business. So, for example, we have our typical client, Gloria, that owns a business clinic. She wants funding resources and also what are the things that she has to keep in mind in the application and also filing her taxes. So we are using the word acronym accountant. Accountant, we're going to dissect it deeper so it's easily for you guys to remember the first word, letter A, of the tips is avoid mixture of accounts. For those of you who just joined right now, feel free to type your question below and we will answer the best we can after the presentation. When we say avoid mixture of accounts, let's say, Gloria, when you are starting a business, and to those business owner out there, please create a separate business bank account from your personal account. There's just so many people that they get used to the simplicity, but you don't know that you're mixing your assets and your business and personal assets. So you have to avoid that mixed expense of accounts because that could easily dismiss any deductions that you're putting on your tax return if you don't have your own business bank account. For you to open a business bank account, you just need your LLC, if you're an LLC registration, the certificate, and also the EIN. Those are the three top documents or basic documents for you to open a business bank account. The other thing is cut back on manual reporting. Gone are the days that people are still using shoe boxes for the receipts. It's very unreliable for Gloria. We always recommend to go paperless receipts. There's so many apps. The top accounting software we're using is QuickBooks, and then because QuickBooks has a receipt tracker, they also can integrate to to the accounting software, the QuickBooks Online, so at least you always have the backup. And the problem with paper receipts, if you've noticed, if you keep it in a shoebox, they can easily be gone, the numbers, because they can fade away those numbers, and you don't want so many clutter receipts on your house or in your office. It's better if you adapt with technology with electronic like QuickBooks. And if you want to have that, just go ahead and click our website wicotax.com. Then you can click the QuickBooks because the other thing is count with experience because for Gloria, she's owns a clinic. She's so busy doing everything. It's better for her to have a consultation because we do provide 30-minute pre-consultation. If I'm building my company, I would rely with the best rather than do it myself. And then along the way, I committed a lot of errors on data entry. We have so much of this already that we experienced for the past years. It's easy to do something that is started right rather than to fix something that's been done wrong because it's when you're building a house you want to make sure you're building it in the rock. The same thing with the business, you want to have a solid rock relationship with your uh, tax professionals, with your accountants, with your bookkeepers. It's easier because time is money, and if you're good being a doctor, just practice that and let us handle the rest. Then another for the word accountant. So you have to open and check your account. So even if you have a bookkeeper or you have an accountant, every month at least set your bank accounts, credit cards into one-time passcode notifications because you also want to monitor if there are unauthorized transactions. For example, like us, we subscribe with an HR software or platform, but it's been more than a year that they keep charging. We already dispute it so many times and they keep still charging. So that's why we call the our bank the credit card because those are unauthorized. We already request cancellation via email. Then the credit card company, they gave back the credit of those unauthorized transactions because every transaction really counts and you want to make sure that you're cutting your expenses while increasing your cash flow. Next word or next letter is U, the word accountant. You have to utilize every deduction. A lot of people, especially after COVID situation, do you know you can have an home office deduction? You could also have a car deduction if you're using your own car, your own phone. So anything that you're using from business and then you're using it for personal as well, they can be shared expenses, but you need to know the rule on how to take it out from home office computation, from your the use of your car, and then also from even travel. If you're traveling and then you have conferences while you're enjoying Disneyland, those are also part of your deduction. Next letter is letter N, that you need a payroll accuracy because a lot of when you grow your business, I know and I understand at the beginning you don't pay yourself, but then eventually you could actually, I highly recommend to put yourself on payroll, especially if you're taking home 50 to $80,000 a year. That's for me in here in the state of Texas that you're rest assured that you can benefit with the payroll because instead of you doing owner's withdrawal, which at the end of the year, for example, Gloria made 150,000 and then out of her expenses 100,000 for the business and she still have 50,000 taxable income, but she never pay herself. It's better to put that on payroll because that 50,000 will be converted as payroll expense. So you see how it works. It's more like reclassifying it, able to self yourself and in yourself on payroll, especially if you are an S corp. Then, after you set yourself with payroll, you can also have tax savings benefits. There are tax savings benefits that you can use, which means when you park your money, they're like given, for example, with Gloria, let's say she made 250,000, and then out of 250, her total expenses and her payroll was 150,000. There's still a taxable income of 100,000. She could start using a 401k plan, IRA, even group term insurance for her employees, and opening cafeteria plans. These are all under a payroll, part of the payroll item. So that's why it's very important for you guys to really know and consult with an all in-house like us. Partner with the payroll company. We have our certified financial planners and accountants to check all of those because there are other things The 1099 forms, you will receive it at the end of January 31, and then also a W-2 if you are an employee. So make sure you collect your 1099s and W-2 at the end of the year, because if you miss any of those reports, you might be penalized by Internal Revenue Service under underreported income. That's why it's better to make sure you have a check that you can business. It's income account, your profit and loss statement, balance sheet. So if you're running your business for the past 5, 8 years, okay, for the past 5, 8 years, you still have the history, and you would see it's the same thing. Financial statements or records are like the body. You see the history of your medical, you see the history of any medications you take, the same thing. Because if you cannot hit what you cannot see, so if you see your progression from the income and then the expenses, you would identify what are the expenses you can cut. And if you're capable of loaning, especially purchasing a real estate or any loan for your business expansion. Then we come to the end. We have the top priority reports. This is the last tip for everyone. Top priority reports are the deadline for partnership return, which is the 1065, and the S corp would be March 15, and the personal, if you're paying taxes, will be April 15. If you cannot file on those time, make sure to file an extension as early as now. Now, if you have more, no, and welcome to contact us. Let us we are actually offering a 2023 bookkeeping and tax bundle. If you want to know more about this will have a 3-year audit assistance if we only do your bookkeeping and tax preparation for 2023. You will have a dedicated virtual accountant who's going to organize your books, set it up for you. And then we're also going to have a 30-minute quarterly 10,000 tax savings plan if you continue to wish to continue with us, because this is how we work. We would like to serve you 6 slices of pizza. When you avail our bundle from, we're going to check slice 1, the business entity, your slice 2 and 3, your record keeping and business expenses. Slice 4, they will also check we will also check the different tax credits that you're qualified, whether research and development credit, ERC, solar panel energy, car energy savings credit. We will all do that for you. Then at the end, slice number 5, this is what other tax sheltered plan like 401ks, annuity, advantage on time. So about tax, name is get there. So I'm Chris Waikoko. You can check us on LinkedIn. Our website is Waiko Tax. Our YouTube channel is the same. We have LinkedIn and Instagram. And the benefits of outsourcing, you have peace of mind. You want to save headaches, save time, save money. Learning complicated softwares, then you know that you're not alone, and you have more reliability in terms of putting those numbers that you're not putting it that cause the red flag. So the same thing with Gloria, that we assist also to facilitate the access of grants and loans. The company Waiko Tax, as a acronym, it stands for worry-free, year-round, competitive, and on-time tax, payroll, and bookkeeping service solution. All right. So follow us on next live chat. That's going to be February 27, 9 a.m. Central Time. We're going to discuss the cutting edge insights on digital transformation in accounting. So if you have not connected with me, just find us in Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram. So again, guys, thank you for watching. And let's see now, we're going to check if we have other questions that we can answer. Um, Hi, Natalia. Let me know if you have questions. Thank you for attending. We have a replay of this presentation. If you have further questions, I'll put our website that you can book. Thank you for coming on our presentation today. So this is our website. I just type it on the chat box, feel free to book us your 30-minute for your accounting and tax and or even bookkeeping questions. Again, guys, let me see. I'm Chris. Thank you, Natalia, for attending. And thank you so much, guys. That would be all. Please watch this replay that will be posted on our YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.